Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Welcome to good vibes, good energy, peace, serenity, all the good stuff. This is the place to be. So first of all, I want to wish you all a happy belated new year. I hope January treated you nicely. I hope all is well with you and yours. Still in lockdown, Miss Rona, it's time to go. Secondly, I want to apologize for my lack of consistency. I went into this year with the intention to maintain consistency and produce content and just go hard essentially. I was unfortunately really ill for a while, but now I am better by the mere grace of God. I'm back and I'm ready to produce content to serve looks. I'm serving all 2021. Period. So this is the first makeup tutorial. I'm not going to bore you guys with any more dialogue because there's enough of that in this video. But this is the look that I created. This is my everyday makeup look, everyday makeup routine. All the products that I've used will be linked down below in the description box. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe and share this video. Follow me on my socials, they are all linked in my banner. So without further ado, if you want to see how I create this look, keep on watching. So guys, please be kind. My skin has just been giving me problems since the beginning of lockdown. So I want to take this time to say that anything that I do recommend, please take it with a pinch of salt. What works for me may not work for you. The last thing I want is anyone to be reacting to things or things not working and wasting money and stuff. Also, for reference, I do have combination skin. So I'm now going to apply a generous amount of this e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer. This is the matte one, I believe. So this primer actually went viral because it really does do an amazing job at blurring pores and texture. So I'm just going to apply some here. My chin. Here, here, and here. So now I'm going to go in with my favorite foundation of all time, the Anastasia Beverly Hills Luminous Foundation. My shade is 480C. It's just an amazing foundation. I love it so much. So this is basically 2 pumps of the foundation. So I don't typically use brushes. I actually use beauty blenders for my foundation and concealer, but I'm going to use this Morphe M439 brush. So I said that I don't normally use brushes, however I'm loving the coverage it's given me. It's given me a more fuller coverage. It's covered my blemishes and without me having to go in and obviously do blemish control with concealer beforehand. This foundation is medium to full coverage, but it's definitely buildable. So I'm now going to go in and highlight with this Fenty Beauty Pro Filter Concealer in the shade 370. This concealer is by far my favorite concealer. It's rich, it's creamy, it's thick, it's giving more than it was meant to give. The coverage is just right, it's very light on the skin. I used to actually do my concealer like that, but now I find it better. Just place it like so. I also have almond eyes, so I find that doing my concealer in this way accentuates the shape of my eyes. I've been doing my concealer in a triangular shape for so long, and I didn't realise that obviously now that the face is a bit chubby. It was actually bringing more attention to my cheeks, making my face look more chubby than it already is, and it was giving cheek as if we don't have enough cheek to give, and we don't want that. I'm gonna go in and place it on top of my Cupid's bow, chin, and my forehead. You don't want to put too much on your forehead, and you want to stay quite close to your eyebrows. So now is when I'm actually going to go in with my beauty blender. This particular beauty blender I ordered from Amazon in a pack of 8 or 10, I believe. It came with 4 or 5 of these black ones and 4 or 5 of some orange ones. I believe the orange ones are dupes for the Real Techniques sponges. And I got them for $9.99, so whether it's 8 or 10, it's definitely a bargain. So I'm now going to go in with my Makeup Revolution Matte Base Concealer Kit. I'm going to use this shade here. These two shades are exactly the same, and these are basically cream concealers. And this is also a cream concealer, but this is just a bit lighter than my foundation colour, but darker than my highlight colour. And this is a pressed powder. So I'm going to go in with this slightly wet Real Techniques brush and just dab. When you're placing down your contour by your cheek, you don't actually want to place your contour into the hollow of your cheek. You want to place it directly onto your cheekbone, because by placing it in the hollow, you risk some of that product transferring downwards, and then that basically defeats the whole purpose of the contour. I actually do have high cheekbones, you just can't see them right now. So we're going to bring them out with a bit of contour. So as I said, on the cheekbone. And the same thing with the other side. And for my nose, I slightly just pinch the brush like so. Now I'm going to blend it out. So I'm now going to pick up the brush that I used to blend out my foundation. I'm now going to go back in with the beauty blender that I used to blend out my concealer with no excess product. So I'm now going to go in with this Huda Beauty Easy Bake Loose Powder in the shade Blondie. But before I do so, I'm going to make sure underneath my eyes and around my nose is completely blended out. So I take about this much on the sponge and I just look upwards and press that into my skin with light tapping motions. And you can see instantly how much of a blurring, smoothing effect it has. I'm gonna go in with a little bit more just to make sure that under eye is really set. and take that onto the nose. Take that same powder on my sponge and set around my mouth. Paying particular attention to the areas that I highlighted. I'm now going to go in and just ever so slightly reinforce the contour on my nose. Now, a quick tip to ensure that you don't get creasing on your lids when you're not wearing eyeshadow. So powder, and you want to press it into your lid, just as I did on my under eye. Same on the other side. Then you want to go in with more powder. This probably looks like a lot of powder, but just gently leave that on the top of your eyelids, and we'll dust that off afterwards. So I'm now going to go in with this big powder brush from Beauty Bay and basically set the rest of my face with a bit of the same Huda Beauty powder. Now, using the same brush and this Beauty Bay powder bronzer in the shade Cinnamon, I'm just going to grab a little onto my brush and just reinforce my contour and also set it. So I have dusted off the excess powder and I'm going in with the Beauty Bay powder bronzer, another one, in the shade Caramel. I don't know where I got this brush from. I'm just taking a bit on my brush and using that to blend in any harsh lines. So I'm now going to go in with the same brush and I'm going to mix these two blushes together. These blushes are also from Beauty Bay. This is the shade Cosmo and this is the shade Coral. I'm just going to go in a bit over here. You can't really, I don't know if you can really see that. I never actually used to wear blush, but now I just can't live without it. I'm going to take that blush onto my nose as well. Looks a tad harsh, so I'm going to go back in with Caramel. Just diffuse that out a little bit, but you don't want to lose the blush, of course. So I've just generously applied a few pumps of this calming makeup fixing spray with Cannabis Sativa from Makeup Revolution. I need to re-up, it's almost finished. But this is my favorite setting spray. I don't know what it is, but obviously it's a fixing spray, but it just fixes my makeup and it just gives it a tad glow and makes me look moisturized without forcing a sort of dewy look. Surprise, surprise, another Beauty Bay product. So I'm going to go in with this highlighter. It's called Glaze. It's absolutely sublime. It's like a sort of silvery rose goldy color. It reminds me of the Fenty Beauty Fire Crystal or Crystal Fire, I can't remember what the name is, highlighter. It's just amazing. The pigment is crazy, so I'm only going to be using a little bit of this because I'm not really a highlighter babe anymore. So I'm going to apply my highlight using this brush. This is just a brush that I got from an Amazon brush set. I don't want too much. And this is subtle glow. I'm sure you can see that on camera. Ever so subtle. Less is more. Oh, I applied that a little bit lower. That's fine. And yeah, I'm gonna apply a little bit on this side. It looks like I've already got highlighted there, but it's just the glisten from my concealer. So I'm looking to the side because that's where my mirror is. So I like to go in with another setting spray after I do my highlight. I'm going to go in with this mini MAC Fix Plus and just spray. Oh, I hate when that happens, when it doesn't spray properly. And you end up just getting dollops. You end up just getting big droplets rather than a mist. Horrible. So I applied mascara and lashes off camera, and I used the Maybelline Lash Sensational mascara in the colour Very Black, and I'm wearing the Pretty Little Thing X Tatti Lashes in the lash type BFF. Now I'm going to go in and do a very simple lip combo. I'm going to outline my lips with the Juvia's Place Luxe liner in the shade Kola, and then I'm going to follow up with this Kiko Milano Lip Volume Plumping Effect Lip Cream in the shade 22 Rose. So this is actually a plumping lip gloss essentially, but I use it as a normal gloss. I'm just going to line my lip. Top lip. And just because I want a bit of a glisten, I'm going to add this Fenty Gloss Bomb in the shade Sweet Mouth. And yeah, that's basically it. So guys, this is the final look. It's giving what it was meant to give, if I do say so myself. I'm quite happy with how this turned out. You can see fine lines around my mouth. You can see my spots and my imperfections slightly. That's because I could amp up the lighting and blur out and wash out all my impurities, texture and all of that stuff. I could apply a filter, but I wanted to show you guys what makeup really looks like on real skin. Lighting and filters can be so deceptive and will have you thinking, why does my makeup not look like that? Why isn't it this flawless? Everyone has texture, everyone has pores, everyone has imperfections. That's what makes us beautiful. Like, comment and share. If you want to see more content from me, subscribe. Please comment down below any suggestions you may have, anything you want to see specifically from me. Follow me on my socials. All my handles are c.luxe and they're also linked in my banner. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video and see you next time. Bye!